So, okay, when I look at number 8, there are a couple different ways that you could do this one. So this one's kind of odd because there's not just one correct answer. So for me personally, if I was working this one out, I know that I like money to be the Y value. So I could do the cost per mile, or I could do the cost per gallon, really either one. So if I did the cost per mile, I paid $31.12 minus 0, right, if I'm doing the slope, over, and then the final minus the original. So that means I paid $31.12 to drive. And if I subtract those, so I apologize, I don't have a calculator, so I might mess this up. Looks like that's going to be 208. Let me just double check it. 12792 minus 12584 is 208. Yep, so I've got 3112 divided by 208 means that I'm paying roughly, I'm just rounding here, 15 cents per mile. Because I did money over miles. You could do money over gallons. You could do miles over gallons. So how many miles does each gallon of gas get you? There's several different ones you can do there. You just need to pick one. Here 11, when an amusement park opened, the count on the turnstile read 1278. 7 hours later, the counter read 3672. So think about the two variables. You have people and you have hours. So we're going to let hours be the x. So at the beginning, we're going to make that be time 0. So when time was 0, the number of people was 1278. And then 7 hours later means time is 7. The count was at 3672. And then we just do the slope formula. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 3672 minus 1278 is, there were 2,394 people that come through in 7 hours. So if I divide that, I get there were 342 people per hour. So hopefully now that you've seen 11, hopefully you can do 12. So pause the video, see if you can do 12. Like I said, it's very similar to 11. So at time 0, there were 500 containers, and then 12 hours later, there are 44 containers. So final minus original, or y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 44 minus 500 is negative 456 over 12, which means I'm at negative 38 buckets per hour. So we were selling roughly 38 buckets an hour. So 13 again is very similar. So the way I would think about it, time needs to be the x. So at the beginning, at 3:15, at time 0, there were no pages printed. And then 5 minutes later, there were 120 pages printed. So 120 minus 0 over 5 minus 0. So that's just really 120 divided by 5, which is 24. And that's pages on top, and that would be minutes on bottom. So that means the printer is printing 24 pages every minute. So I just got done looking at what you guys have done on Khan Academy. Looks like there's only 10 of you that are in the class out of the 12. I've sent emails to 3 more of you that haven't joined. A. Williams 812, I. Calicia 358, and M. Matthewson 6429. You need to go to your Gmail email and accept the invite. And some of you I know said you weren't seeing the assignments. Well, it looks like Matthewson is already in. He's just got a different username. But Galicia and Williams, you need to go ahead and join because you need to get this assignment done. So it looks like some of you have been working, but you're not done yet. So I'm going to give you one more day. So this will be Wednesday. I want you to be finishing up the Khan Academy stuff because you guys had Friday to work on it, and you should have been working on it Tuesday, which is yesterday. And so Wednesday, that's 3 days. We should be good to go. I know some of you guys sent me some questions that you were struggling on. I'm going to work a few of those, and then we need to go back and, like I said, if you guys have questions on any of this Khan Academy stuff, you can watch the videos the Khan Academy post, or just send me and let me know. But what I don't want you doing is sitting in class doing nothing. So today you're finishing up Khan Academy. Thursday, I want you to look over everything we've done to this point because we're going to have a test on Friday. So I'll kind of give you another video on Thursday to look at, kind of go over some of the stuff. But you need to get finished up with this Khan Academy. It's going to be for a grade. And you need to review for the test on Friday. So what I'm going to post here, I know some people emailed me about some questions they had. So I'm going to go ahead and post those now on this video. So I'm looking here at one of the comparing linear rates word problems. It says 2 candles start burning at the same time. One candle is 15 centimeters tall and burns at a rate of 5 centimeters every 6 hours. So if I think about it, at time 0, the height of the candle is 15. So think about this as time, and this is the height. So after 6 hours, its height has went down 5 centimeters. So we're down to 10. At 12, we're down to 5. And at 18, the candle's burned out at 0. Now for the second one, it starts at 25 centimeters. So at time 0, it's at 25. And it burns 2.5 centimeters every hour. So I think about it, at 1 hour, it's at 22.5. At 2 hours, it's at 20. At 3 hours, it's at 17.5. At 4 hours, it's at 15. At 5 hours, it's at 12.5. At 6 hours, it's at 10. And looky there. At 6 hours, they have the same height. They're both at 10. So the question is, how tall will the candles be when they burn to the same height? So their height will be 10. So the answer would be 10. So they're wanting you to use slope, use the rate to figure out the answer. Let's look at one more of these. Here, computer is rendering 2 scenes. The computer has already rendered 540,000 pixels of a kitchen scene, and it renders 90 kpx each minute. So at the beginning, so we can think about time, and this is their kpx. So when time is 0, it's already done 540,000. Pixels, so that's kpx. So we're just going to do 540, and then every minute it does another 90. So it'd be at 630. At 2, it's going to be at 720. Again, I'm just kind of thinking through here. At 3, it's going to be at 810. At 4, it's at 900. At 5, it's at 990. At 6, it's at 1080. At 7, it's 1170. And I may need more. We'll go back and visit that as we get there. And let's look at the second one. The garden scene. It starts at 960. And it only renders 60 each minute. So after 1 minute, it's at 1020. So it went up 60. Go up 60. 1080. Go up 60. Go up 60. Yep, so I'm definitely going to need more points because they haven't agreed yet. You guys see? Looks like I wrote the wrong last one down I don't know why I wrote 1,120. That should just be 1,000. If I go up 60, I should be at 1,200. So see, after 4 minutes, this is at 1,200. This one's only at 900. So it hasn't caught it yet. So I'm going to need to expand some more. So let's just keep going here for a little bit. It's going to be at 1260. And then at 6, it's going to be at 1320. At 7, it's at 1380. So see, we're here. So it hasn't quite caught it. So this one going up 90 is going to be at 1260. And here, this one's going to be at 1440. Going up 60, so still hasn't caught it. And then going up 90, this one's going to be at 1350. And this one's going to be at 1500. So again, still not matching, so we keep going. At 10, this one will be at 1440. And this one will be at 1560. So we're getting closer. 11, this will be at 1530. And this one would be at 1620. And then at 12, this one's going to be at 1620. And this one's going to be at 1680. Okay, so still not quite. So let's go to 13. At 13, this one's going to be at 1710. And this one's going to be at 1720. Did I mess up somewhere? Let me look, I may have messed up. Up 60, up 60, up 60, up 60, 60, 60, 60. Yep, right here. This should be 1740. I didn't mess it to the very end. Okay, that makes more sense. So now I feel good about it. So as I keep going, they're really close, but they're not there yet. So if I go to 14 minutes, this one should be at 1800. And 14 minutes up 60, this one's at 1800. So 14 minutes in, they both rendered 1800 pixels. So the answer there would be 14. So that's kind of what you're doing on those problems. So here it says Y is the area that's left to paint. And so after 3 hours, he had 28 square meters left to paint. It's like if I think about it, that's a point. So when I was at 3, I should be at 28. So think about it, if I was at 0, right, if he's painted at 8 square meters an hour, so that means he's already painted 24 square feet, right, 8, 16, 24. So if I added 24 back to this, then that means he began with 52 square feet. Hopefully you can see how I got there. And so this point is my y-intercept. When x is 0, the y value is 52. So the y-intercept is 52 here. And then if the rate is, we're going down 8 square meters every time, that's a negative 8x. So the equation here should be a negative 8x plus 52. Looks like the answer there that you get close. You had positive 8x. But because the square feet were going down, the total square feet left, it should be a negative 8x. Here's probably something similar. A charity organization had to sell a few tickets to their fundraiser just to cover the necessary production cost. After they sold 10 tickets, they were at a net loss of $800 due to production cost. They sold each ticket for $70. So if I think about it, the first order pair they tell me is this is the number of tickets, and this is the net loss. So after 10 tickets, their net loss was $800. So that tells me that we were selling tickets at $70 each. So 70 times 10 means they've already made $700. So if I back up, when they had sold 0 tickets, their loss would be 700 more. Would be at 1,500. So here the y-intercept would be 1,500. And then what's happening? If y is their net profit, their profit is because we're looking at profit, this is going to be negative 1,500 because that's what we have lost. So that means my profit to start with is at negative 1,500, and I'm gaining $70 for every ticket sold X. So 70X minus 1,500. So this shows me I'm starting at a $1,500 loss, and I'm adding $70 for every ticket that I sell to that loss. So there's a couple. So like I said, we'll work on the Khan Academy today and Thursday, and you're going to have a test on Friday. Like I said, tomorrow I'll post a little bit of what you can expect on the test.